Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least, until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. He is crashing out over something that Powdur posted. As we go to Mujin, and Powdur is a VTuber. They're both VTubers in their own rights. Mujin is more of a news coverage, or at least coverage of big stories in this case, and putting his spin on the whole thing. He has a pretty large channel. Powdur is, does some reaction and things like that, as well as gives her opinion on many things out there. She's been a VTuber for a while now, since about 2020, and she did weigh into the whole Sykkuno thing. If you do not know the Sykkuno thing that I'm talking about, this is the person Sykkuno. He's a VTuber, but originally was an IRL streamer, a face cam streamer, whatever you want to call it. And he did end up cheating on his girlfriend recently, and was called out in a Google Doc by one of the people that he cheated on her with, as well as, giving evidence of another person that he cheated on her with, and the second person, Iofi, was someone that he had actual relations with. And while the person that wrote the Google document was someone who was, just mainly primarily chatting with him, sexting, that type of thing, but not anything crazy overall. And here we go with what we're talking about here with Powdur. Ladies, you're not special. We're all special. I'm alive. And then here it goes, call ended, call for 3 hours. We just played a game, don't get any funny ideas. And with having said what I said, that was a very short coverage of everything. But of course, cheating is always horrible. Let me just put that out there before anybody gets any weird ideas of anything else. Here's my stance on it. Cheating is horrible. You should really leave. If you are even thinking of doing that, that means that more than likely the relationship is over, or at least in the normal way that it is. Either you try to fix it before you do the whole cheating thing, or you stop it and you move on to someone else and just let the person that you were thinking of cheating on just move on as well and have a good life. As well as the people that you are manipulating to do this, the side piece, cheating, whatever we want to call it, they are victims as well. They are people who, have had themselves manipulated by you with, love bombing and other things like that, which is what happened in this case. Let's move on to why this ticked him off, because later on, she goes here in response to, that ticking people off. What I personally feel about this, since you guys usually want to know my opinion on this, real quick, it was in bad taste. I'll just say it. This was done in bad taste. When there are people that were actually affected by the guy, actually manipulated by the guy, and actually put into this whole, I guess, harem that he was trying to create. It wasn't done in poor taste. Is it something to get crashing out over? I don't think so, but it was done in poor taste. But that is just, people trying to insert comedy into things that don't really need a comedic response to. They don't really need that comedic section of. They want to insert that there. That is their prerogative. Moving on here. We have, can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely, but I never once did feel manipulated by this dude. He's a huge flirt. But I was incredibly aware of the power dynamic, because there's a power dynamic. He's much bigger. If they're much bigger than you, then there is that power dynamic there. If you're a content creator and, the other person isn't, or is much smaller than you, then there is a power dynamic there. Also, he was just friendly. He's quite forward with his riz, which I didn't like being around. Gave me player vibes, like a player, like a F-boy, a fuck-boy, whatever you want to call it. That type of thing. Am I going to flip out on him? No. Usually when someone is like that, they usually talk to multiple people. I see women trying to play victim as if they didn't have a brain in the situation. Also saw people throwing the word predator around. I think that's unreasonable. Mujin never was really a reliable narrator. If a large creator who is friendly asked to play a game with you, would you say no? Playing a game? No, I wouldn't say no. And if they start trying to riz me up, I'd let them know, I'd either drop out of playing with them, or, play it off while we're doing the game, and then later on tell him or her, hey, I was very uncomfortable with the situation. I don't like being, flirted with when I'm streaming or whatever, or, let's keep it professional or what have you. People responding here, from this point on, anyone who gets a following can't be nice to smaller people, apparently. I can understand this point. I can understand this point. You can be nice to other people, but unfortunately, it is true that when this happened, now a lot of people are going to be like, what do they want beyond that? Maybe they want something beyond that. Let's move on to the crash out, which is why you guys are here. Sorry it took me so long to get here. I just wanted to give a little bit of background for people who weren't following the full story, and get a little bit of a rundown of what is going on. It says, Mujin reacts in a way that a lot of people saw was overreacting. Can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely. But I had no viewers whatsoever and became desperate for after trying everything to be relevant, so I chose to appeal to people who hate my gender in order to pay rent. Am I going to flip out? This is like strawmans, I think. He just finished strawmans out there. I think that's the correct way of saying it. I think I'm correct in saying this. Am I going to flip on a serial cheater who had sex with women without telling them that they had been homewreckers? Of course not. Of course, he's talking as if he was Powdur, I guess, in this case. Of course not. Morals are an obstacle to my income. Again, like I said, he's trying to say that, morals are an obstacle to Powdur's income. The Powdur had dying relevancy, so that's why they were doing something like this. So that is the argument that Mujin is trying to put forward. Mujin was never really reliable narrator, so when his video eventually comes out about me being cancelled by my audience for secretly having dated a black guy, even though I kept saying that I can't stand minorities, please don't trust him. Again, kind of, I guess, whataboutism, all these different things, bringing things from the past about her, and, trying to knock her down with, I guess, his size is what a lot of people are looking at this as. Also, English is my first language, and I have no idea it isn't my first language, I guess, and I have no idea that a predator can mean a person or organization that uses weaker people for their own advantage. I guess you can. That's a very wide-reaching form of predator. I don't feel I feel that overuse of the word predator is cheapening the word, not meaning that these people are intentionally cheapening it, but there are actual predators out there against, like, what I usually mark as a predator is someone who does like physical harm or does more emotional damage when it comes to someone who is weak, someone is weak-minded, someone who is extremely vulnerable. That type of thing is usually what it is. So when maybe mine is too strict. Maybe mine is too strict. You guys let me know if my use of predator is too strict in the comments, of course. But for example, if it were someone doing something to a child, or doing something to someone who is has a disability in some way, shape, or form, that type of thing. And that is the way that I see it. Like I said, mine may be too strict. You guys let me know. But okay, my audience gobbles up anything I say. Dumbass Sims LMAO. And people did not react very well to this. Oh my god, Mujin, take a step back. What she said wasn't even unreasonable or a personal attack. You rage baited yourself on this one. It's fair, in my opinion, as fair as F, in my opinion, to criticize the usage of dangerous predator in the post. You should know better as well. You know what it's trying to imply. Yeah, it's trying to imply the R word or something like that. It is dangerous to use that, in my opinion. Predator. Is the guy an asshole? Yes, absolutely. Does this guy need to be called out? Yes, absolutely. Should be canceled. I think so. For just being a shitty person. Well, I think so up to a certain extent. If people want to cancel him, I'm saying it is legit. It is something like that. Should his whole career be over? Probably not. But unless he just doubles down or triples down and becomes worse and worse, then, you've shown that you have no remorse. Says, then you miss a point, Mujin. Always saw you as someone who just plays the facts that people understand better, not have some fun form of inclusion in your own points. Sykkuno has cheated. We know that, but it doesn't mean every girl who's interacted with him is the same. Says, Mujin, you were awesome before this. I hope that blank that you tasted from the ethot you colluded with is worth the sacrifice and burning down of your credibility. A lot of people saw his credibility go down, and this is, the original post that he put about Sykkuno, about the whole situation they had there. It looks like there is some editing on this side here, on the side of closer to me, what would be our right side, but his left side of the face. Looks like there's some editing going on there. But moving on to how Powdur reacted, says, damn, you're like really mad, LMAO. So basically, yeah, he got really, really angry. Draven says, hey dude, why do you always wear that mask? And then, yeah, let's keep this on. So yeah, people are really, really getting on him for this. Lives rent free in Mujin's head. Powdur here says, also stop fetishizing me in a mixed race relationship, you F-wad. Gross behavior. I mean, us white dude VTubers got to have at least one white girly VTuber to flirt with. Funny how using it as an insult in this way is implying it's gross too. Yeah, it's not the own that you think, Mujin. In this case, it really isn't. He just let himself get baited. I think so. He let himself get really, really badly baited for this whole thing, and it has not gone well. Continuing on here, Kersha has the time is running out thing, which is from Alice in Wonderland, and that is the rabbit there. And we're going on down here. Used to perceive Mujin as professional, but he's lost that in his handling of the Sykkuno situation and CRASHOUT. Now downplaying the seriousness of labeling someone as a predator by presenting the mild definition is hard cope. Everyone knows the real implications behind it. Exactly. I don't like... That's one thing I will criticize him for. And the people who use predator a little bit too liberally. It is meant to be a worst of the worst, really down bad, hard hitting word that is used for the scum of the earth, in my opinion. People who prey on the weaker folk, and that is weaker in whichever way you want to call it. And that is why I don't like predator being used in this situation personally. It says, this is amazing. Mujin openly admitted to coordinating a hit piece with the crazy VPD girl who still wants to sleep with the predator instead of him. And now that his meager reputation is crumbling around him, just lashing out at anyone he can to desperately try and get a W. This is Misa Tamari. What's he say? What's the saying? No, P. Nah, I've seen what P does to a man. I don't want none of that. You can keep up this BS excuse. By the way, predator means other things, but by the definition you invented for it, they're preying on the you're preying on the victims yourself. You should probably, of course, correct on that soon. Can't wait for the Mujin doc to drop. LMFAO. Basically, LMAO from Dark. Dear period cramps, leave her alone. Sorry you had to see that, ladies. I just get so passionate about feminism. The guy there. Well, in that case, notorious predator Mujin crashes out after his recent hit piece is met with massive criticism after being placed under scrutiny. People have noticed how this predatory behavior has ruined the reputation of many. Is this the end of this predator? So yeah, you cheapen the word predator is basically what this person's trying to make as a point here. Crashing out, you made a biased video. Everyone saw it. This isn't the first time you've been biased. Ma was upset that she wasn't the only girl Sykkuno DM'd. As for the actual victim, his girlfriend, did any of you ask her if she wanted this to be made public? I've seen that argument, and yeah, of course, she should always be the one who decides whether this is a public thing or not, because she is the primary victim here. She is the one who was trying to be with someone for years and trying to make a life with someone for years, and that person decided to go and cheat on them with someone else. Gonna laugh when a woman inevitably comes forward and accuses him of being a predator. So yeah, people are just, it can go on and on and on for 20, 30, 40 minutes. But yeah, he had a crash out. He had this big crash out after he put out this out. He had this big crash out up here. And yeah, it didn't go well for him because, he attacked her character and things like that. While, you can always have attacks on other people. You can always criticize things that people do. This was going a bit too far for the majority of the people who saw it, and was just seen as an unneeded, unnecessary crash out. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. YouTube has done it again. When you think that they couldn't go any lower, when you think that it couldn't get any worse, they've gone and done it again, this time making a VTuber-like AI avatar that let creators make videos without being on camera. Basically, they are going into the whole AI slop thing with full force. When you thought that maybe YouTube would be cracking down on AI slop, cracking down on overusage of AI, they are making it easier and easier for those, well, originally no-face channels to be able to use AI to do whatever the heck they want now. And this is YouTube introducing VTuber-like AI avatars that let creators make videos without being on camera. The feature creates a digital version that looks and sounds like them. So they're allowing, you know that this is going to become a problem, because there are going to be people who are going to be, bad actors, and they are actually going to go and copy others and use their faces, get some video of it, train the AI in YouTube, and then be able to use the voice and sounds and everything like that that comes from the person involved. Here we go with the actual thing that's put out here. It's from Dexterto themselves. AI avatars anyone can use to look and sound like real people. It says YouTube is rolling out major AI upgrade that could change how creators make content by letting them post videos without ever stepping in front of a camera. Platform is introducing AI-powered avatars, look and sound like real creators, allowing users to generate shorts using digital version of themselves, similar to a VTuber. So they are using the word VTuber because that is starting to go into the cultural zeitgeist of, you know, being no face like me. I don't have to show my face. I can be a VTuber. It says avatars are designed to replicate a creator's face and voice, effectively acting as a digital twin that can appear in videos on their behalf. Avatars create digital version of yourself, so you can generate videos that look and sound like you safely and securely. So that's a problem. Safely, like it sound like you, look like you, not actually like me. I'm an actual person behind the whole thing. I'm actually saying and doing what I want here. And yes, I'm using a virtual avatar, but I am myself still. This is basically allowing the use of AI across YouTube, because remember, YouTube doesn't really care about this. All they care about is the money that's coming in. New avatar feature here, as you can see some of the things going on here when it comes to the avatar things that you can put in there. You can hurt yourself in different aspects here. Putting safeguards in place, AI generated videos will be clearly labeled as and watermarked with digital markers to prevent misuse and deep fakes. Well, I mean, that's still not enough in my opinion. Avatars can only be used by creator who made them, and unused avatars can be deleted after a set period. So yeah, they're just going to be rolling this out, of course, because the more money that comes in, the better they feel about it. We have Exodarian says, as a VTuber, I grow tired of this slop. Seriously, why are they doing this? Nobody asked for it, which is very true. Take a look at other people down here. Dark, VTuber Enjoyer, an S-poster detective, says, great, I guess we're just going to have to have Sora, but for YouTube. Now, Sora's gone. Remember, Sora was something that used to create AI videos out of nowhere. You would just give it a prompt and it would actually create it. Sora AI has been shut down by the people who run ChatGPT. And now that I guess they saw an opening in the market, they are going for it. Ban people from using AI, now making a feature that basically is the same thing. A lot of people, this is Quebblecop, a person who tried to actually did make his own AI avatar of himself. And yeah, it's bad. It's bad. A lot of people are not liking this, VTuber and regular folk alike, and people out there alike. It sounded wrong when I said regular, but you know, people who are facecam streamers, people who are just regular enjoyers of content. And we have here, Globable says, fix the broken AI moderation. No, add AI feature that no one asked for. Yes. You have YouTube apostando por creadores hechos por AI. Basically, they are backing up creators that do AI. Deep humor. YouTube lets us say that they're moderating AI slop while actively contributing to AI slop. You have a lot of people who are criticizing this. Demonetize and terminate original channels for inauthentic, mass-produced, and low-quality content, and then implement your own AI tools. Yeah, a lot of things like that. It is Connie, who's on hiatus, another VTuber, is using the same meme that everyone has of, oh my god, what the heck is happening here? You have lots of VTuber consulting saying, I just want to say that I will not be working with individuals who use this feature, AI-generated models. There are some times when AI is helpful. This is not one of those times. You have people from all walks of life. And the main ones I want to focus on, since I'm a VTuber channel, I want to focus on the VTubers here. The amount of deep fakes that makes who boy, and they have the gall to hit people with the inauthentic content demonetization at times. They say they want to curb AI, but really want to make AI work so bad if it's not already snapping at the seams. We have here, Isabella Winky Electrum says AI bad. MX, another, these at least have VTuber avatars. They say here, people still dick ride this platform, LMAO. Salvi AI broke the YouTube's algorithm, so now it may accidentally recommend you only content from a single creator on your homepage. AI moderation terminating channels over business emails and descriptions. What if we had AI avatars? Fire real Neil Mohan real dead dangerous, and then continue having people putting more criticisms on this. This is not good. As a VTuber myself, this isn't good. It's like I said, it's very different from what I do and what other VTubers do, where you're actually having someone behind the scenes. You're having someone there who is actually putting stuff out. Yes, we use digital avatars. Yes, we use avatars instead of our faces, but we are still humans behind the scenes. We are not AI, and I don't want it to become a place where it is filled with AI as a VTuber. She has a new look, as we're going to Iofi, or Airani Iofifteen, who is a part of the first generation of Holo ID VTubers, Hololive Indonesia. This is their 6th anniversary of being with the agency, and now we have them here. Designed my own outfit again this year with the help of Mitsuki Mama. Mitsuki Mama is the one who, helped with the original outfit, the original look of Iofi, helped create Iofi. That's why it's Mama and Papa, just for people who don't know. Most people know already in the VTuber space is either your design Mama, as in the person who created you, or your rigger mama / papa on both sides. And that is the way it works in the VTuber community. So here we go. In my case, I am my own rigging papa, and I am my own design papa. The only things that I had helped were, you know, certain aspects of my design were helped along with other people. But I am my own original papa. I'm my own dad, I guess, apparently. I don't know. That sounded weird, but let's continue on with the Iofi now, because it was a strange thing. I'm sorry.
今回の衣装はツイートした通り自分でデザインしましたと
Showing off a little bit there.
Not at all, but nature, yes. ちょっとこっちに行きますわ。そしたらこっちだ。よ。Look at that hair. This apa? Buat ngukur temperatur GWS kalian ada.
I love the what some people call the drill curls, because it looks like a drill, or you know the big curls like that. I love those. It's a cute thing.
Yeah.
It is skin tight. Holy moly, it's skin tight.
Know what you like, so I added it here. A body tight.
No, she added belly. She had tummy. She added tummy.
Aku tahu apa yang kalian suka, jadi aku masukin di sini. Iofi, aku ada konomi yo.
And Iofi has, you know, the whole painting thing there too. That's a thermometer, and I guess in this case she's kind of like a nurse thing. I don't know.
それでIofiの好みよこれ。みんなだからこっちドキドキしてるのよ。
Yeah, more like a nurse thing there. Okay, this is more of a nurse vibe. That's what she had a thermometer. Makes sense. And those scissors are to be able to cut off maybe casts or also just any kind of wound dressing.
So as you can see my beating heart. Anjay. Lihat ini aku deg-degan kalian. Jadi ini tuh air dalamnya ini adalah.
And there you go. Very cute.
ちってあげますよ。イメージ変わるでしょ。後でオープンするから。
And yes, I am that dense. The background should have given it off that it was a nurse vibe. I am that dense. I'm sorry.
後でみんながさ、あれヨピさ、なんでだろう。注意したらさ、
Oh no!
ヨピがお尻になっちゃった。
Don't trust Iofi with a needle.
はってなっちゃうのよ。I mean, まあ寝不足もありまして、She's
focusing on the tummy.
I kind of like hard to get sleep these days, so.
And that is a design that she wanted. It's very, very nice. Very nice design overall. I do love when VTubers are able to get the new looks, get new designs, get something to spruce everything up. Big congratulations to Iofi and all of the girls from Hololive ID. Yeah, here. And we'll move that here. I'm gonna be getting something new here. Bathroom, okay. I'll take care of this. I've done this before. All right, here we go. $2. There we go. $3. There we go. Oh boy, there we go. All right, this one. Oh, you are you do like androids, don't you? I knew you did. Sherry, Karen, whatever the fuck your name is. You really do like those burly androids, don't you? You keep doing what you're doing. Just I know what you're gonna be using that freaking thing for. I know exactly what you're gonna be using that thing for. Don't think I don't. Don't think I don't know. Okay, if you're gonna do that, go ahead. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.